Welcome to this course. There will be 3 modules that will be covered in this course. First, we'll start off with the Kali Linux, then we'll go to the Python lectures and then JavaScript. So, first of all, we'll start off with the Linux. We'll see how to install it, how to interact with the Linux commands. Then after, we'll see how we can install the Kali Linux. We'll see how we can use the applications that is provided with the Kali Linux. We'll see how to hack and crack the password with the aerodump ng. We'll see man-in-the-middle framework. We'll learn how to use the plugins that is provided by the man-in-the-middle framework with the application that is Wireshark. We'll make our complete backdoor. We'll just hack our client, file system and entire system with the help of Whale framework and Beef framework. So after we complete Kali Linux section, we'll see how to remain anonymous in the hacking process. We'll see how to use Tor browser, we'll see its interface, the commands, and we'll completely host website with the help of Tor network. And after that, we'll make an application that will change the MAC addresses. We'll also learn how to remain anonymous with the proxy chains and VPN servers. After we just complete it, we'll see the timeline that will be covered all the entire Kali Linux section. We'll also learn about the commands and how to remain anonymous with the help of VPN and proxy chains. After that, we'll just jump to the Python lectures. We'll see how to install Python, the basics of Python, and we'll make a complete port scanner with the help of Python. We'll see how we can make the malware and the keylogger with the help of Python language. We'll see the socket programming, which will give us entire backdoor. We'll just communicate with the client. We'll just get every information that the client has with the help of socket programming. We'll just make use of Python in order to code so that we can have entire access to the client. After that, we'll just move to the web hacking, where we'll just make use of a JavaScript. So we'll not entirely go directly to the Bob suite, but first we'll see commands and the basics of a JavaScript. Then only we'll install the Burp suite. We'll see live hacking on the websites. We'll just get informations. We'll just get the attacks like cross-site scripting, URL redirection, HTML injection in a live website. We'll also make complete keylogger with the help of JavaScript. So these are the some highlights that will be covered in this course. So first we'll start with the Kali Linux hacking. You can see we'll see man-in-the-middle framework, Wireshark, Beef and a Whale framework. After that, we'll see how to remain anonymous in the hacking process. Then we'll see complete Python package, where we'll learn how to make backdoor, keylogger, malware, port scanner and the web crawler. So these are basically highlights. We'll go deep down under this Python lecture. We'll just make a bunch of keyloggers and bunch of backdoors that will give entire access to the client. Then we'll go to the JavaScript, where we'll uncover XSS, URL redirection, HTML injection and a keylogger. Let's take a look on the teaser before actually going into the hacking or a coding section. We'll cover almost all of the attacks that is needed in order to be a proficient ethical hacker. But for now, let's take a look on the small teaser. It will be only a part that will be covering for the entire course. So first of all, you can see this is my Kali Linux, which is the hacker machine, and the machine that I want to attack is the Windows machine, which have this IP configuration. So if you want to get the configuration, you can simply type ipconfig, and this is the IP address and the MAC address of the Windows machine that I am going to target. And I'm going to use this Beef framework for the browser exploitation, and we are just targeting this browser, which is Firefox, which is installed on our Windows machine. So I'm just using some framework over here, and this should be something that is unknown to you, so it's completely fine. We'll cover everything about this man-in-the-middle framework in the upcoming lecture, and I'm just saying that I just want the ARP spoofing, and after that I'll just say the gateway. So gateway is the first subnet of the entire network, and I'll just say 192.168.1.1, and after that I'm just going to give the target as our Windows machine, and we have seen the IP addresses of Windows machine is 192.168.1.14. So you can also get using this command ipconfig on your window machine. And after that I'll just add the interface, and in this case I have this WLAN 0, which is our interface, and you can also get that interface using ifconfig command on your Kali machine, and you could see WLAN 0 is my wireless adapter interface. After that I want to use this JRL argument, and it should be something that is new for you. It's completely fine. I just want to give you a small teaser, that's it. So I'll just use the IP addresses of our Kali machine over here, and now I want to inject, that is the hook JS over here, which is the hook file, in order to connect with that Windows web browser. So what we just did over here is use this man-in-the-middle framework to do this ARP spoofing, and we just inject this hook.js, which contains this JavaScript file, which will connect our browser of this Kali Linux to the browser of Windows, which is our Firefox. So let's hit enter. So before that, make sure that the IP addresses is completely correct and everything is fine over here. So let me just hit enter, and now our man-in-the-middle framework is up and running. You can see it is online over here. And next thing what I need to do is I need to go to the places where our web server is hosted. So it is hosted in computer var www html, and it is inside this index.html file. And let me just open in the terminal, and I'll just say nano index.html. it is a way to just click or basically open that file with the editor, which is nano editor. And you could see we have injected this script file which contain the IP addresses of Kali machine, and the hook.js is hosted on this port. So let's save this first. Just press Ctrl O to save, just press enter, and Ctrl X to exit. Now our index file is ready. Now what you need to do is simply open your browser on the window machine and go to the machine IP address of Kali. So this is the IP address of Kali. So let me just hit enter, and now welcome to Hacker World has been displayed, which was the content of our index.html file. And you can see we have connected to the Firefox of Windows. So let's open the browser over here, and now you could clearly see that we have here new online browser, which is this Firefox. So now you can run every command that is available over here. So let me just make some changes in this machine, and let's get this Firefox right here. So anything that I just type or just pass command, that is going to be executed on our machine. And let me say, first of all, I just want to get this alert box, and I'll just give some random information. You have been hacked, and let's execute it, and let's see if this gives alert message over here. And you can see we have this alert message printed in this client machine, which is our window machine. So next I want to give is, let's say, pretty theft. So this pretty theft is a type of attack which will just be specific to particular social media. So I'll just stick with the Facebook. Let's execute it. Then it is going to give us the information that the Facebook session has timeout. Please re-enter your username and a password. And if I say @gmail.com, and if I say the password is 123456, and let's log in over here. And now we have this command, and let's go to this command, and you could see we have captured this Gmail, and you can also see the password right here. So next you can also command or execute all of this command like a social engineering, phone gap, and every command is there to be executed on this browser. So I will just want the last command, and I'll just see redirect. We'll just execute so much of command in the upcoming lecture, but I'll just now execute the last here, and I'll just say twitter.com. and now if I execute it, then it is going to give us a redirection to twitter.com. and you can clearly see our client browser has been redirected to twitter.com. That means we have complete access to this client browser. Now you can just inject some of the payload and some of the reverse engineering toolkit or social engineering toolkit to completely get access to that of client machine. So now we have seen how we can just execute the B framework, and this is just complete teaser. We'll just completely execute all of these commands and we'll see how we can make our payload much more stronger, how to connect with them, how to just create the backdoor so that we can get complete access to the client machine using the Kali Linux in the next section. But for now you can see the complete teaser how B framework works. Now let's see how Python will use to make the backdoor or a reverse shell and connect to the client. Say stop and rerun. We don't have any error over here. Let's go back to this machine, which is our client. Let's open this CMD over here. Let me just rerun again. I'll say I want to go to the desktop where we have this Python file, and that is backdoor.py. So I think we should have get the connection, obviously. So instead of just listing out, we know there is a connection. We'll just interact with this connection. So now if you just remember, the command was --x and 1. So this was the command in order to lock the system. So I'll just put that is the window machine right here. So let me just make this smaller over here, and let's see if we can lock this system or not. So okay, it should be. I have to first click on that, and I'll just get back you. So I'll also make this smaller so is to see. So you could see in both of this picture I have here the server side, and in this right hand side we have the Kali machine, and here this is the window machine. So let's see if we can lock this system or not. So if I just hit enter now, you could see it has been directly locked. So this system has been locked. So in the same way you can just execute the shutdown command and it will just execute that shutdown. So you could see that this is the way to lock the system. So in the next lecture we'll just make complete CMD hijacker. So that will be interesting lecture. See you in the next one.